going on? Good morning to everybody. It is now 6:40 a.m. January 8th, 2021. Hoorah. Now I'm just getting into Fowler, Indiana. About 85 miles or so from Champaign. You can see it's still dark out, so I haven't been filming anything, but coming over here to my first drop. You just come on through town here a little bit. You always got your landmarks, you know where things are at, you know. It's there's a DOT road maintenance building in the shape of big old TP igloo looking kind of thing. You know, they store the sand and the salt and all that kind of stuff. That's where I got to make my left. There's a Casey's right there, stuff like that. So I'll be coming up here in a sec. Go down the street right there into the store. Look in their parking lot. Angle out across the street towards, I think it's the fire department, possibly a public works building. Anyway, you can see right here on the left, that's my landmark. You know, the next corner coming up is my turn. It's kind of a dark corner, so you ain't looking. Pass this baby right by, especially in the dark. So today is 4 drops, so not too long of a day, just shy of 300 miles. Dropping here in Fowler. You can see the IGA coming up on the right. Then I got Flora, Indiana. Then come back to Hoopeston. And then Paxton, Illinois. Yeah, there ain't nobody here yet, it looks like. Come on. Gotta back right up here, these yellow poles. Okay, this is a public works building, and you can see the buses in there and stuff. It's a bus depot. Gotta look for my little yellow poles back there. I got that one light out. There we go. Must be. Pull up a little bit. Find my little markers. There it is. See a yellow pole back there. And they bring a pallet jack out and a forklift, and they got 2 pallets here, no big deal. So right about there. And you can see my check engine light came on again, but I'll shut the truck off right now. That check engine light will go, I'll just have the warning light again. Seems to happen every day when it gets down below freezing. So now I'll do a little restart here, see if it goes off. Maybe. Usually I get a little drive time in, it goes away. Well, not yet. Maybe after the next stop. Nobody here yet though. Typically they park right here in this dirt right next to me, so. Huh. 6:45 though. I figured they'd be here by now. They're probably showing up in the next few minutes. So we had yesterday off though, Thursday the 7th. Took it off, got a reset in. And I had to take a day off because I ended up having a chiropractor's appointment first thing in the morning, and plus too I've been on 5 days, so I figured it's decent enough time going into the weekend to take a reset and be ready to work into next week. Thursdays are not the busiest days, so if you're going to take a day off, it's usually where work is a little bit down, so it's okay. There's one guy, if he's working here. Nope. But yeah, I had a chiropractor appointment. I haven't been to the chiropractor in shoot a couple 3 years. Of course I have multiple injuries over the years, my back and my neck and everything. I've been in an accident in the past where I got hit while I was in a truck, screwed my neck up, and that was 20 years ago. I've had back injuries since my 20s, you know. I was going chiropractors over the years and stuff like that, getting straightened out. It's helped, but I haven't gone in a few years because we've just been working a lot and everything, and you know, it's finally gotten me to the point though where I'm losing function, and where you get to a point where, like going to the gym, we've been going to the gym again, and I can't lift any weights. You know, my shoulders are screwed up, my neck, my back, everything is just out of funk, and I'm sitting there trying to do bench. And while I understand too, it takes a while, you got to build your strength back up, because I haven't been lifting weights for a while, but every time, say I do bench, my shoulder can't handle any weight. You know, I can't even push it, and so it's just, I'm working at a deficit constantly and everything. So yeah, I went down to the chiropractor, got hooked up on a thing for, they got like a rehab program he's going to put me on too, of not just getting popped, but to do rehab exercises. They're going to give me laser therapy. But just yesterday he did his first adjustment on me after he took x-rays and everything. I'm kind of like, because I went in on Monday and had a consultation. That's when he took the x-rays and did a full exam of me and stuff like that. And the way he was doing his exam, it was legit. Like, he was finding so many things out of whack on me and showing me my posture and everything, and how my shoulders were actually out of joint. That's how bad it was. And they were actually rolled forward. My neck was partially straightened, you know, where it has to have that curve and everything for proper posture and carrying your weight right and all. Most of it centered around the middle of my back. I actually had vertebrae, how the vertebrae are connected, like, you know, little Lincoln logs or Lego pieces, you know, they connect. Mine were actually disjointed and turned and stuff that you could see in the x-rays. So I had my adjustment yesterday though. He straightened everything out. I immediately felt that pressure release. And before I even left his office yesterday, like, I haven't been able to lift my arms above shoulder level and stuff. I've been totally locked up. Before I left his office, my left shoulder has been the worst, but I haven't even been able to, like, barely scratch the back of my head. I couldn't lift my arm. And that's been going on like all year. And it's gotten to the point now in the past like 6 months, it's just gotten agonizing. And I'm sitting around constantly twisting and turning in a seat or sitting on a couch or anything. I lay on the floor constantly, all this kind of stuff, trying to twist my back. And, you know, I mean, that's usually to no avail. It's a little bit of relief, but it never lasts. As soon as you get back up, I'm getting up like an old man and stuff. And it's just, I'm so stoved up all the time. So before I could even leave the office though, I was able to put my left hand behind my neck and part way down my back and actually like scratch my back. Now the other part is putting the hand around and trying to get my hand up on my lower back was still really stiff. My right arm, same thing, shoulder was really screwed up. He actually took this jackhammer machine and punched my shoulders back into socket. They were so, like my rotator cuff, all this kind of stuff. And then he actually got, you know, hands on my shoulder and like tweaked my arm around and braced me and punched my shoulders back into place and worked on my collarbones and everything. Used a little jackhammer machine on my collarbones, parts of my ribs and everything. I was so twisted up. My spine looked like a slight S curve looking at it, like say from behind. So, you know, I'm super happy I went and did this, and now I'm going in. I've got a, what was it, 16-week plan. I mean, it's necessary to keep myself functional so I can keep working. You know, you got to pay to play, I guess, because working is like playing. You know, it's great. I love putting out money just so I can keep, you know, working. Anyway, it's like I like putting out money on a vacation. Why can't that happen? But yeah, felt great. Everything was good. Walked out of there, felt a lot better all day. As soon as I got home, Selena was like, "Oh my God, you even look taller." Well, I realized, punching my shoulders back and everything, I was actually standing up straight. I was like, "Oh man, great. No more like slouchy posture and stuff." And then when he was doing his little exam of me on Monday too, he had two scales on the floor. He said, "Hey, stand on the scales, you know, both feet." And my right foot was putting down 15 pounds more pressure than my left foot. And then as he said my pelvis was actually shifted wrong, and that my pelvic bones were actually rolled opposite ways and stuff. So I've been walking around, I realized I was dragging my left foot a lot of the time because my right leg was actually gotten in so contorted that my right leg was actually shorter than my left. So that, all these things played in. But he popped my legs out, he popped my pelvis, he popped my sacrum, you know, like your sciatic area and all that kind of stuff, my mid back all the way up through my upper back, all my sides, ribs, everything, popped my shoulders, popped my neck. And it was just, and did some extra, you know, work on it and stuff like that. And just one visit made a world of difference. I all of a sudden was walking around, my mid back had been absolutely wrenched up. My mid back all the way up through my upper back and neck right there was locked up constantly, and it was just the release of all that tension just in one visit was great. So I'm looking forward to getting this going. I'm going again on Monday, which is going to be great. So I'm going to be going like 3 times a week though for a little bit. For the first 8 weeks, I think it's 3 times a week. So I got to work that out, especially with this schedule and getting back in the town too late every day. He's not open on weekends, so I got to work all that out. But oh, here's my dude. Well, be back in a minute. All right, done with that drop. There it goes, the engine light went off, or the check engine light. So done in Fowler. Now I gotta head over to Flora, which I think is about 60 miles away. It's northeast of Lafayette. Let's take a look. Is that an IGA? Yeah. Flora. Oops. Offline, there you go. Flora, Indiana. So then here, Super Value. I was wondering if it was Super Value or an IGA, I couldn't remember. Oh, 44 miles. Hey, it's a little bit of slow and go heading over there though, because yeah, it's just highways and dipping through a couple little towns and whatnot, and the mirrors are a little gummed up. Thanks, winter weather. Make sure I don't hit this dude's pickup in the dark. Weather's been all right. Looks like we're looking at this week is going to be sort of fair on weather. Just going to be sitting around freezing, cloudy, maybe a little bit of sun popping out here and there. That's kind of what the week is holding for us though. Of course it is only first part of January, so still got a good couple 3 months of expecting to get our balls frozen off and snowed in, and this, I gotta go right down the street here to Highway 18 East, and I'll hook a left and go across that road, and it's just get out there and nothing for a little bit. 2-lane, dark, get over through a couple little towns, no big deal. So we'll get moving on that. As soon as the sun comes up a little bit, start getting a little bit more video. But yeah, no Selena today though. She decided to stay home since it was kind of a short day, and she didn't for a short day that I'll be done fairly early. I guess she didn't feel the need to come packing along, bring the dogs, all that stuff. I can get out here, bust this stuff out real quick, and get out. Gonna have to find an opportunity. I gotta get some bumper pieces put on. Need a little maintenance on the truck. It's time to do a service on it. Get a few things done. Anyway, we'll check back in a few. You can see a little haze in the sky. Sun will be up in a little bit, so get some more video when the sun comes up. All right, out. Well, here we are, the Flora Super Value. This place is kind of a pain. Just got a really crappy dock area. I gotta come in right here, come around the back side of the store, down this little back alleyway. Barely missed this wall. I gotta dip over here a little bit. Luckily there's nobody parked there right now. Sometimes I do. Just missed the steps back there. And get a look at this. So I gotta squeeze right around right here, angle out over there, and blindside into this little tiny dock. And this little wall on the left side of it, a lot of times you're backing in and the back end of the trailer will catch it. So we'll go ahead and head over right here. You gotta do that. barely missing the pole back there. But then too, the only bummer is there's this dip right here, so you try to avoid that, so you gotta angle over. I usually just kind of take my space up a little bit so I can work with it a little bit. Usually I gotta do a bunch of pull-ups. Just kind of weasel it in there. Got a little haze on the windows from all the salt and stuff that's been flinging around, so I can't even see my angle right now. I just got a vague view of the door back there. I think I'm overshooting it right now though, which probably means I'm going to end up in this dip. Yep. Wasn't concentrating. Nope. Totally missed it. Straighten up a little bit. Like I said, that little hump right there just about gets you into dragging your little bottom fairings. Here we go in the dip. Trying to make sure my mirrors. Yep, still didn't make it. No, I might just put it over the ledge a little bit there, but probably hit a little drop off there. Shoot. Yep, didn't make it in. Nope. So, get up here a little bit again. Like I said, there's been a number of times to that little wall back there. I've cut the tail end of the trailer on it. You gotta slot it in just right. Some guys might even want to pull their tandems just so they can give themselves a little bit of swing room. There we go, I got it in the notch over there. Now I just gotta cut it. But I'm probably gonna hit that wall. That's why I just nudge on back. See if I can miss it. So now made it in the hole, but I'm totally cockeyed, so. But I got it. Yeah, sometimes when I think about if I'd gotten a big old wheelbase hood truck, I would have had real pickle of a time getting a lot of these places. Touchdown, baby. So we're in Florida, Indiana. I don't even forget how many pallets they got here. Let's take a look. just 2 pallets. And we're going to Hoopston after this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pallets, and then 5 pallets going to Paxton. So good times. All right. Guess go drop this. Oh, and on to Hoopston. All right. So done in Flora. Now we're gonna head back over to Hoopston. So I'll show you that real quick before I start out. Boom. 68 miles, although we're gonna go back across the other way. Going back the way we came, it's just a little bit easier to drive, you know, instead of going down through Lafayette and having to switch around on a few roads. So, good times. And as soon as I come back out from dropping, look at my phone. Selena's not in the truck today, so as soon as she gets up, she starts texting and calling me. So it's like when you have a wife that is like a wet blanket, just wrapping you up all the time. Nah, it's cool. I make jokes. I mean, you got pretty much like 3 ways you could go about it. You could just be single and alone. Shoes up there. You could be single and alone. Hey, works for people. Or you could be married and alone, which is a very common scenario for a lot of people. Or you could be married and have somebody that's actually into you. So I happen to have option 3. Actually having a wife that likes you and wants to spend all of her time with you. Because I'll tell you what, I've had the marriage where you're married and alone because your wife hates your guts. And that's where actually being a truck driver helps. That the only reason that relationship even seems to be able to continue is because you're on the road all the time. As soon as you're at home, it gets far worse. And I'm sure there's a lot of dudes that know that whole drill. Like, when I'm on the road, everything's peaceful. Wife, I can talk to the wife and we don't fight or anything. As soon as I get home, it's like she's trying to put rat poison in my coffee and I'm trying to, you know, pull a Lacey Peterson on her or something like that. You know, it's just crazy stuff. But the only reason some relationships do last is because you have that separation, which I've been there too. Selena and I, yeah, it's that thing where, you know, separation makes the heart wander or make it fonder or whatever. Selena and I actually miss each other. I've actually been in the spot where I was actually more at peace when I was on the road or at work when I have my space, you know. As soon as you go home, there's all kinds of chaos. So I can tell you which is better. So sun's up, still below freezing. Oh man, my check engine light came on again. Whatever. And it's just that same code every time up there went off again. It's that emissions 10% D-rate EGR actuator valve code. So that'll be something to deal with at some point. As long as it's not breaking the truck down, I'll keep driving it. But you know, if it actually does start getting worse than that, then I'll check engine light on again. Whatever. And off again. So anywho, we're gonna head back over to Hoopston. Oh, come on again. Head on over to Hoopston and then Paxton, and then we're calling it a day. So check back in a bit. Let's go take a drive. just coming into Hoopston. We were just here a few days ago. This was the dock that was all ice covered, and me and another truck were sitting there sliding out in it. Couldn't get out of the hole. Had to put the lockers on and wedge it on up out of there. I will say again, if you're in Illinois, central Illinois, or pretty much outside of Chicago, like Champagne's got them, other towns, Monocle's Pizza, it's a good place. I don't think they're in Chicago. We'll come up here to the junction of Highway 9, Highway 1. Gonna turn north on Highway 1. You can see the IGA supermarket's right over here in this parking lot. We're gonna go on the back side of it. Anybody's in the hole today. Nope, it's all mine. So when you can come in, you just go right into the hole. You can just turn right in here. Let you cut in a little bit further. Had a couple of days of fair weather, so I'm sure all the ice and everything is cleaned up. One-hit wonder. All right, go get this thing off and get on over to Paxton and clean it up for the day. Back in a minute. All right. All done at Hoopston, off we go to Paxton. Right back here to Highway 9, shoot west, takes us right to the store. It's just turned into rush hour. God. I've never had this kind of traffic on this street. What the holy hell, man? God damn, the whole city just let out for lunch or something? Good times, head on over to Paxton. So just come into Paxton. Gonna go straight through the light across the bridge, make a left on Main Street. Gonna see the bar right here that we were looking at. That was back in May. We were looking at this place. Of course, now it's the Mexican restaurant. It's right here on the left, though, in the southwest corner. The La Hacienda Cantina. That could have been my bar, man. But it's not. Like I said, in light of things, probably better off. Still wouldn't have been open for business yet. This place right here, oh, that ain't it. I already passed it. Little pork barbecue place or whatever. So there's the IGA store right there. Cut down right here though, make a right. Take up the whole left side of the road so we can swing into it. And there's somebody in the alleyway. I guess I'll go ahead and wait a minute. Well, quick wrap on today.
What up? Wet blanket. Checking in.
So at home, no work for tomorrow. I got home and I actually crashed out on the couch for a few hours, and I missed the dispatch call. Whoops. Whoops. What'd you do all day?
I cleaned and I cleaned and I cleaned and I cleaned.
Just cleaned the hell out of this place today. All the dog hair and stuff like that. Gave the dogs baths, combed them out. Right, dogs? What's up, boy? Yeah, that's what I thought. So that's a wrap. No work tomorrow on Saturday. Maybe get a load on Sunday though. Like I said, I slept right through it. Called them back and they're all, oh, everything's covered. Sorry. Oh yeah, figured. It's all right. Weekends ain't that busy anyway. It's still cool to get a load, but oh well. Right?
Yeah.
She's playing Call of Duty. So just chilling. That's a wrap on today. Got to Paxton. The guy moved his work truck after a couple minutes and dropped my pallets there and came on home. Well, I put the new CB in the truck. That was about it.
Yeah.
Uneventful. What are you going to do? So, chilling, right?
Yep, just chilling.
What's up, girl?
Say, like, share, subscribe, and keep it between the dishes, bitches.
Okay. Yeah. I guess I don't like the camera. Anyway, everybody have a good weekend. We'll check back probably, maybe tomorrow we'll do a live feed. I don't know.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Do a live feed. Work on Sunday, do more video. That's about it.
Yeah.
Right?
Right. Out.
All right, out.
Out.
No, it smells like a used diaper filled with Indian food. Oh!
What is that? It smells like a turd covered in burnt hair.
Smells like Bigfoot's dick!
With turquoise and real diamonds!